good day and welcome back to the game with the cat that we should not take home, and I will no longer be taking it home because the cat is looking at me menacingly, with a menacing look, like it wants to eat me. So I'm not appreciative of that. Hey, it's me from the future as I'm editing this. So before I show you how to not take the cat home, I just want to take a moment to thank every single one of you for the support you showed me on this series, on the videos, on the entire channel, and the amount of love you have showered me with in the past, I don't know, 6 months, since more than 6 months since I've started this. I'm just thankful, and I love you guys so much, and I feel so loved because of you. And yeah, just wanted to say thank you. Okay. Let's President me take over. Take over. I gotta put onto a theory that we, the main character, which is basically you and me, you guys watching, we're in purgatory, and this cat is the mean one who's doing all the bad things to us. That's why the neighbors didn't react to we were getting, torn apart in our apartment, and the cat stampede, and the getting eaten outside of the apartment by many cats. But yeah, just that's intriguing, and I like it, and I'm gonna go buy it until I see if there's actually anything else that happened and what's the truth. Anyway, we have 20 endings left to go. We're gonna get right into it. I know we have a mouse thing to do, but I want to see if anything changed, or we're just gonna go from the start because I want to see if anything changed. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had great Easter holidays, if you did celebrate it. If not, just you're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. Is it, though? We're not taking the cat home. We've established that. Sad as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. Which is also why the theory of being a purgatory, the reminders that are in our head, kind of makes sense. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. Hi, kitty. You're so cute, though. You're just not the one that's in the main menu with the evil eyes. With rent and bills to pay for. I still can't do the question mark. I'm not ready. Feed the cat. You can't imagine that it's had much to eat if it's so attached to the box it's in, though it doesn't exactly seem malnourished either. Surely it must have left the box to search for food then. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that's not the case, and not to think of it any further. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day out knowing you left behind a hungry cat, especially when you could have done something to help. So, what to do about the hungry kitty? We're lurking around the area. Or a little mouse? You glance around the dark, dingy alley, and only to see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered litter here and there. If there was something for the cat to eat, surely you would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to just give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. You listen. You just barely make out the sound of faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin. And you lunge. And again, we break everything and anything that it is inside our body. You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You'd stumbled and knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, grasped in your hand is a small mouse. Hi, Mousy. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wriggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. Sorry, mouse. Oh, the mouse looks scared, as if it can sense your intentions. It weakly starts to struggle again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The mouse is reluctant. I let you go the last time. I can't do it again. I'm the one that's gonna get eaten. I'm sorry. You feed the mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. Yeah. Oh, poor mouse. Oh, there it goes. Okay. The mouse's painted squeaks and squeals pierce through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat mews happily at you, red tinting its fangs. The cat curls up in its now bloodstained box and goes to sleep. Okay, I mean, everybody needs to take a nap after they eat, right? You take the chance to leave. A well-fed cat would likely follow you home, after all. And cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decide to just go home. We're walking. We are walking home. We're still walking home. Oh, but long way home. After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment. I want to talk about this. What is the constant breathing I hear when I'm in my apartment? That's definitely not how I breathe. You head straight for your room and collapse on your bed, falling into fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. Oh god, no, the mouse, everything comes back to bite me in the ass. Literally. Oh, the squeaking and scurrying noises all around you, so loud and constant they sound like screams. In the darkness of your room, you see shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed. You try to run. Ah! Sorry, that was such a bad scream. But you cry out as twin lances of pain race up your legs. You fall off the bed in your attempt to escape, the hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You can't stand up. Looking back and squinting in the dark, you just about make out the source of your pain. The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled, bitten through your socks. No! Leave me alone! Desperate, you crawl with only your arms towards the door. Why am I so bad at reading my own lines today? The mice descend upon you, biting into your skin. Yo, I don't like the chewy sounds. Look, gnawing away pieces of you. You start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach up for the doorknob. Your arm heavy, weighed down by the mice clinging to it with their little claws and tiny teeth. You manage to jostle the knob enough for the door to slowly swing open. Oh well. Snip, 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 snip. Plop. Oh, my arm! Oh, it's gone! Oh, they took my arm. Why does everybody take my arm? But your outstretched arm suddenly falls to the ground, lifeless. The mice manage to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb, as a few mice creep forward to curiously inspect your arm. You stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding your gaze up. In the newly opened doorway sits a familiar-looking mouse? It stares at you, the darkness in its beady black eyes. You can't begin to measure their depths. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Hi! Nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it. Aimed at you. Ah! You collapse. No, we're gonna... Ah! It's even worse. You collapse, head hitting the floor as your other arm is eaten away as well. You're not sure how you're still conscious. The pain should be indescribable, and yet you just feel a cold sense of loss. The mice have clustered along your back now, gnawing and ripping their way through your shoulder blades, into your back, into your chest. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Exclamation point? Oh no. You weakly cough out blood. They must have damaged something important. I feel something being pulled out of you. And in between the moments that blankets of darkness fade out your vision, you hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. You pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse. Weirdly shaped, red with your blood and pulsing, and oh, that's your heart, isn't it? The other mice all descend upon it, abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. The question is, how am I still alive and my heart is literally out of my body? Like, okay, sure, you feel sleepy, but you also feel anger. Yes. So much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you is a pair of glowing eyes leering in from the darkness beyond the doorway. Oh, the cat! You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. The low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. As your remaining senses leave you, you smile weakly with the last of your strength, when something with soft, slightly damp, and stinky fur nuzzles your cheek. Good kitty. Well fed! That's the first time in 21 endings that the cat actually came to save us. That was nice. How do I get to the other endings? What haven't we done yet? We pet the cat, we fed the cat. Did we feed everything to the cat? That's the question. We fed it from the fridge. The cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You're regretting not stopping for food earlier as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow, after all. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows after you. It leaps nimbly onto the kitchen counter and watches as you search for meal options. Let's see. You find some things you expect. A can of tuna in the pantry, some leftover meatloaf in the fridge, and... Huh? What's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. But the cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. Oh yeah, okay. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed a hungry cat. So you'll feed it. Save. Empty slot. Return. We're giving the cat tuna. Cats like fish, right? Shrugging, you take out the tuna for the cat and meatloaf for yourself. You put the frankly ominous container back in the fridge. The cat looks a little disappointed. Tough. Though? Tough? Pace yourself. Oh, the cat has a hiccup, that's why you should pace yourself. You ingested a lot of air while you were eating. Oh. Huh? What the? You watched, baffled as the cat continues to hiccup, causing little bubbles to flow out of its mouth? Okay. That's okay. You can process this. It's not completely out of the realm of what's possible, right? Right. Best not to think too hard about it. Soon enough, the room is full of the floating bubbles. The cat releases a final tiny bubble before yawning and laying down right there on the counter. What? Well, glad you enjoyed it. The bubbles haven't left the room or popped. They seem to be pretty resilient. Wait, what? What's that? As one of the bubbles floats closer to you, You see that there's actually something inside it. A tiny, furry fish? This is just getting weirder and weirder. Still, you can't help but marvel at the impossible wonder in front of you. You lift a hand. You extend a finger towards the bubble. Carefully press it against the surface. And then I get bitten by a furry fish. The little fish inside lashes out, viciously sinking tiny fangs into your finger. It doesn't really hurt that much at first, but then... Ah! What? What? Pain starts to climb from your finger to the rest of your hand. Past your wrist. Could it be some kind of venom? You fling your arm around in an attempt to dislodge the fish, but... Oh, we're popping more bubbles, aren't we? Oh yeah, great. Ah! You accidentally knock your arm into several of the bubbles floating around. More tiny, ravenous fish latch onto your flesh. You stumble back out of pain and a sudden bout of dizziness, only to bump into more bubbles. More fish digging their teeth into your back. It hurts. You're getting dizzy. You've got to get out. You deliriously try to stumble out of the kitchen. But the entire room is filled with deadly bubbles. By the time you collapse to the ground, you're absolutely covered in tiny, angry, biting fish. Your legs, your torso, your arms, your face. The pain is unbearable. You can feel it in your skin, and your teeth, and your eyes, and your hand, and it's so consuming you can't even feel yourself convulsing or crying. You don't black out. Your eyes are still rolling up into your skull when you gasp out of your last breath. And you ate. Fish out of water. Stop looking at me like that, you weird cat. And then we feed the cat meatloaf. You get the feeling the cat won't be too impressed with anything that comes out of a can. And you're not about to feed it or whatever the heck that toxic looking sludge is. So it's settled. A tuna sandwich for you and leftover meatloaf for your feline guest. You ignore the cat's disappointed meows as you put the weird container back in the fridge to dispose of it later. You warm up the meatloaf in the microwave. Beep, beep, beep. You place the now warm meatloaf on a saucer next to the cat on the counter. You don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up there, but you figure it'll make up for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. The cat looks like it finds the meatloaf interesting. Works for you. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you go about searching for some bread for your tuna sandwich. You're so distracted by your search that you only just barely hear... You turn around and see that the meatloaf has only one, maybe 2 bites taken out of it. But more alarmingly, there seems to be a red trail of... something. Leading away from where the cat has been sitting. And off the edge of the counter towards the living room. Is that blood? Okay. You jump at the strange sound coming from around the corner, further into your apartment. You attempt to steal your nerves. Taking a breath, you walk around the counter to head into the living room. Oh! I stepped into something. Huh? You stepped in something warm and wet and red. You resist the urge to vomit and step away from the trail of... You follow the trail into the living room and see that it leads into the hall. It's getting louder. It's definitely in the hall. You feel like you can hear your heartbeat. You hope wherever it is in the hall can't. Your body shakes as you feel yourself step forward. And forward. And forward. And forward. You peek around the corner. Huh? Nothing. There's nothing there. What? You walk further into the hall and see that the trail leads all the way down the end of it. But there's nothing there. You don't quite feel the relief, but at least... Ah, what plopped? You feel something wet and warm drip on your cheek. Something very warm. You swipe your shaky hand across it and pull it back to see your fingers covered in something... Oh, hey, what? Huh? You look up and see what can only be described as meat. Sorry? The entire ceiling of the hallway is covered in a thick, undulating, writhing layer of pulsing meat, and its center is a single glowing eyeball, frantically rolling around in every direction. Until it lands squarely on you. You try to take a step back, desperate to escape the hallway, to escape this thing, but... Huh? Before you can even scream, meaty tendrils shoot up and grab you. No! Let me go! They pull you up and up into a pair of slowly opening jaws. And then... Oh, great, I got bitten. My head got bitten off. Chompity chomp chomp. Ending 9, leftovers. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, cat. That works. Where is the play with the cat? Here it is. On second thought, do something with a cat. Like, play with a cat? Meow? Poor thing was probably bored stiff sitting in that old box all day, just watching crowds of people walking by them, ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Aww, you just want some attention, don't you? You wanna play, huh? Okay then. What to play though? Did we do yarn? I think we did laser and hide and seek. Did we do yarn? Yarn. We haven't done yarn yet. Yarn yet. If every movie and cartoon involving cats that you've watched since childhood is to be believed, then you can deduce with almost absolute certainty the cats freaking love yarn. Probably, right? You unearth some from an old box in the hallway closet that's filled with knickknacks from various abandoned hobbies. This is me. I have so many hobbies that are just no longer hobbies. You consider blah, 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 blah. You consider just handing the ball of bright red yarn over to the cat and supervising it from the side. But that would defeat the idea of playing together, wouldn't it? You cut off a decent length of string from the ball of yarn and go back to the living room. The cat is resting on the floor. You know, this is the cutest you've looked in a while. Just want to point that out. It's not asleep, but when it looks up at you as you enter the living room, you feel like it could doze off right then and there. You'll fix that. You smirk a little, confident with your surprise, and let the piece of yarn dangle just above the floor, pinched between your thumb and index finger. Huh? The sudden shift in the cat's demeanor makes your heart start to beat a little faster. Its posture has barely changed at all. Just a subtle shift of the head and ears, a slight tension in the shoulders, a sharpness in the gaze as it locks onto the yarn dangling an inch above the floor. The cat could still pass as being almost relaxed, calm. And yet the air is thick with its eagerness to lunge forward, waiting for the right moment to strike. You feel like you just witnessed the awakening of the perfect predator. You're almost afraid of what will happen once you make the first move. But it will be you who makes the first move. You take a deep breath Relax your shoulders. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yoink. The cat had lunged the instant you wiggle the yarn, but you're faster. It completely misses as you flick your wrist, making the yarn recoil out of its reach like a terrified snake. Having overshot the landing in its eagerness, the cat stumbles and looks around as if shocked at its failed attack. You generously click your tongue to help reorient it. The cat whips its head around at the sound. You're slightly taken aback at the intensity of its stare on the yarn, but you persist. You wiggle the yarn again, encouragingly, and yes, maybe a little tauntingly. This time the cat anticipates the yarn upward dodge and leaps up to swipe at it. But you're already one step ahead, puppeting the yarn to dance gracefully out of reach once more. Come on, you can do it. It's a little condescending, but you can't seem to help it. For some reason, it feels like a little good knock in the feline down a peg or two. At least it seems to be enjoying itself. You hope, anyway. You keep going. Cat's movements have gotten more aggressive. It must be getting frustrated. You could swear it nearly took a shot at your eye that last time. It had jumped so high and erratically. You've been keeping the yarn in constant motion, afraid to slow down. Your wrist is starting to get tired. The cat doesn't seem to be losing any energy though. It's like it's getting faster and faster. Flick. 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 Oh, I got nicked, didn't I? Your wrist finally cramps sharply, making you lose control of the yarn's motion as the tip of it brushes lightly against your that hurt. That pains. As a cat owner, that pains because I know how it's like. You slash. Pain rips low across your torso. Into your torso. Okay, not that much. Okay, my cat is not a fucking predator. Blood pours out of your mouth. In a daze, you look down and see red blooming slowly along the bottom of your shirt, around the tears of the fabric. In the fabric. Plop. There goes my spleen, my kidney, my liver, bowel. Put a guess down in the comments what it was before we see. Ugh. He watches long, thick ropes of something pour out from under your shirt into a bloody heap on the floor at your feet. A single red-streaked rope still hangs from you, connecting you to all that mess. Are those your... You crumble to the ground and topple over onto your side. Your vision has gone blurry, but you can just make out the shape of something small and a deep inky black as it walks over and inspects your... Oh god, your intestines. Whoever won intestines, ding ding ding, you are the winner. Before it starts to giddily roll around in the mass of your bloody insides next to you. Oh yeah, you like it, don't you? It looks like yarn, huh, cat? It looks like yarn, crazy cat. There I go, passing out. Darkness falls over you. The cat sounds happy. Nonsensically, you wonder where the yarn has gone, but there's really no need to worry about it. Cat seems content with the next best thing. And 11 at the end of your rope. Well, cat got its yarn. Too bad it was the inside of my body. And it wasn't yarn, it was my intestines, which means I can no longer poop properly. Which is not a problem because I can no longer breathe because I am perished dead on the floor. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. We got 5 endings. I know it's not a lot of 4 endings. It's not a lot of endings, but it's getting a bit long because these were a bit longer. We still have this one, which I'm not sure what it's about. I think it's something had to do with the red dot, and then we have a bunch before the fish, I guess. Is it at home? Is it out of home? These are all from out of home. Like all of these. 16 endings left. We're gonna get to him next time. I promise the next time we do this, it's gonna be a more than 4. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like the cat looking at us. Freaking weirdly looking ass cat. In pure silence. Because that's just weird. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. Make sure to check out the other videos of this game. I'll put them either in the playlist, well, the playlist of it down in the description or in the info box up there. You can also just click on the channel and check out any other videos you want to see. Comment down below and if you're enjoying it so far and if you're excited for the end. I do believe that I read that there's 39 endings, and I mean there's 40 endings, but one of them is a true ending, so I can't wait to get to that one. But we need to do the question marks first, and we need to get to that because that isn't available for us yet. Anyway, that's it for now. And without further ado, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all later.